Welcome, 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 friends. I'm Homo Sidious, your mistress of the night. Now, I like to think every night with me is unforgettable, but tonight is even more extra super special. A little show packed to the brim with queer artists, given the current date. The 9th of June in the 23rd year of the 21st century. It's Pride, bitches. So, my little blood bags, why don't you sit back, relax, and enjoy some queer little spectacles with me?
Please picture me in the trees. I hit my peak at 7 feet in the swing over the creek. I was too scared to jump in, but I was high in the sky with Pennsylvania under me. Are there still beautiful things? Sweet tea in the summer, cross your heart, won't tell no other. And though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you. Your braids like a pattern, love you to the moon and to Saturn. Passed down like folk songs, our love lasts so long. And I've been meaning to tell you, I think your house is haunted. Your dad is always mad, and that must be why. And I think you should come live with me, and we can be pirates. And you won't have to cry or hide in the closet. And just like a folk song, our love will be passed on. Please picture me in the weeds before I learn civility. I used to scream ferociously anytime I wanted. Sweet tea in the summer, cross my heart, won't tell no other. And though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you. Pack your dolls in a sweater, we'll move to India forever. Passed down like folk songs, our love lasts so long.
First up, we have some extra special lovers in the nighttime of mine, Reuben and Amalia. So I'll stop chit-chatting for a second and let these sexy beasts take it away. Well, wasn't that just something amazing? Something amazing. Well, now, while some of my little minions clean up from that, I've got a lovely music video from a returning friend, Sean O'Halloran, who came and performed this for us just a few months ago. But now it's time to test his acting chops. Let's see what he's got.
Explosion on chemical manufacturing site in Cincinnati, Ohio, has released radioactive particles into the atmosphere, causing millions of Americans an infectious brain disease that experts are calling zombie plague. Elon Musk has denied all wrongdoing, this morning tweeting, quote, "This shit ain't my fault, I'm gang, y'all just hating," end quote. More information on the current situation and what you can do to survive after message 120.
say your life is ruined. You said I won't believe the things you've been doing just to sit down and breathe. I think you could use a snow day in the pouring rain, a baseball game in a hurricane, or we can throw our lives all down the drain because the end of the world's just growing pains. And I don't gotta have the spotlight, just wanna have a good time. And it seems like that won't happen in our lives. So let's just wait till something happens, till the world is on its last legs. Because you and I will take our time and live another life. And I'll see you again on June 31st when all our problems end. Oh, I'll see you when the world falls apart so we can do this all again. Oh, the world got high, we'll probably die, so let's go out like the good old times. When the world is burning down, oh, we'll be in
Pop singer Taylor Swift announces her 2024 presidential campaign.
You say you're going crazy, well honey that makes two. And what I wouldn't give just to spend doomsday with you. Oh, cause we're gonna have such a hell of a time, because it's an end to this hell we call life. So you can work your ass off at a 9 to 5, waiting for the day when we all die. And I don't gotta have the spotlight, just wanna have a good time. And it seems like that won't happen in our lives. So let's just wait till something happens, till the world is on its last legs. Because you and I will take our time and live another life. And I'll see you again on June 31st when all our problems end. Oh, I'll see you when the world falls apart so we can do this all again. Oh, the world got high, we'll probably die, so let's go out like the good old times.
Islamified
When the
Joe Biden
world
is
is
still leading the polls
burning
against
down, oh,
Republican
we'll
candidate
be
Taylor
in
Swift.
the front.
The Swifties, they found me!
Oh, I'm worried now that you might slip away. So stay with me for just another day. Then among the bodies and nuclear waste, well, we are gonna finally be okay. When I see you again this June 31st when all our problems end. Oh, I'll see you when the world falls apart so we can do this all again. Oh, the world got high, we'll probably die, so let's go out like the good old times. Cause when the world is burning down, oh, cause I don't gotta have the spotlight, just wanna have a good time. And it seems like that won't happen in our lives. So let's just wait till something happens, till the world is on its last legs. Because you and I, because you and I, because you and I, we're gonna live another life.
Yes. Did it help? Ew. Okay. Yes.
Now that wasn't half bad. A+ for you, Shawnee boy. Now, I know you're dying to see more live acts, but it's the anticipation that makes it better. Plus, these next two movie films are just delightful. pointer finger typing and chronically online for all the little nerds out there. With love from the folks in the digital video classes.
Why is this taking so long? I have a child to feed.
See, all good bloody fun in the end. I really do love those two, handpicked them myself, but now it's time to move on and warm up to one of our very best returning little critters, the incredible, astounding, here to share with us some spoken word, Ezra Kleinbaum.
This is a poem I wrote after SWS graduation last Friday. It's called March to the End of the World and Shake a Few Trees Along the Way. I sat through all of SWS graduation last week, and I didn't cry. I sat through Jen's speech without shedding a tear. I held Tolly's hand as she wept, and still, I didn't cry. I almost felt bad that I wasn't more upset that the seniors were moving on. I was just proud of them. And at some point, as I listened to them reflect on their time in high school, I realized I was proud of me too. I took a minute. Actually, it was a lot more than a minute to think back to the person I was at the beginning of the school year. I hardly recognize them for who they are. In a good way. 1 year ago, I couldn't fathom that I would ever do the things I do today, the things I've done. I run a club. I ran a successful pressure campaign, enacted a sustainability policy. I came out, and I came out again and again and again, and I spoke at Day of Dialogue. I made new friends and lovers. I learned to love new types of music. I became a better writer. I learned to report and edit. I've grown and learned so much. I've worked and won, but looking back, I'm starting to realize that doing all of these things, the one thing I never really made time for was fun. Yes, I do all of these things and I enjoy them, but I kind of just do them. I don't really think. I don't stop to appreciate the moment. These incredible moments with these incredible people around me. These people, these places I love so much. By the end of the ceremony, something clicked in me. I told Dan I felt like it was time for thank yous. I told him how he's the best, how he literally holds everything together, how I always know I can go to him for anything, how I wouldn't trade that for anything, because having him in your corner, knowing he cares so deeply, loves so much, you're never going down without a fight. And Zach, I told Zach how he changed my life, how he made me think about things I never would have thought of, how he opened my mind, how he made me open to myself, how he was always so kind except for when he was in a bad mood. But even then, I knew he didn't mean it, and honestly, it's reassuring to know that someone I admire so much is only human too. But then Zach walked away from me mid-sentence. Not that I hold that against him. There was a lot going on that night. And Jen, I told Jen how much I'm gonna miss her. I told her how she's the best social studies teacher I've ever had and probably will ever have, and how having her, being in her history class, taught me so much about the present and the future and where I see myself in all of that mess. And I didn't catch Kira, but I spilled my heart out to Ben, and for some reason, I don't know why, I just started to cry. I was sitting on the steps that led up to the stage, and he was standing next to me, so we were positioned eye to eye, and something inside of me just flew off the handlebar, not like dead weight propelled forward by inertia. It flew like a bird, weightless and free, as I told him about how much I've changed and grown this year. I told him about my plans for the summer and the future, and he wanted to hear it all. He was so genuinely proud of me, and I was so proud of me, and I was so happy. And I sat there, and I kept sitting there. I sat with Calum and Tolly and John, and I said something stupid about, isn't it cool and kind of crazy that things always keep moving on? They never seem to stop. The world marches like a simple soldier, almost as if it's on a mission of its own, to walk to the end of the world without ever looking back and to march right off the edge. It takes bravery to break away. I said something corny about, wouldn't it be so cool to just freeze everything? Not like freeze other people or freeze the world around you, but freeze everything in your life. To just sit and watch. Like, what if I just sat down on the street corner, I don't know, in Copley Square, and watched people walk by all day in their hurried little way, shoes slapping the concrete, phones in hand. Where are they going? Who are they talking to? What drives these people? What do they do? What are they doing? Where are they going? Not literally, but in life. Where are they going? What do they live for? What do I live for? Where am I going? What happens if I just sit on the edge of this stage as students and staff and families filter out of the auditorium, and slowly I'm left with nothing but the clock mounted on the wall opposite me, swinging its hands as if in protest of my defiance of the march of time? I am, after all, a conscientious objector. I will not wage war nor participate in any act thereof, including, but not limited to, marching. I am free. But it turns out, when you try and sit on the edge of the stage forever, Dan kicks you out. So I walked slowly with Tolly to the overflow, where I found Onome, Ruben, and Arlo. Arlo and Ruben were soaked. I said, oof, what happened to you? They said, we were running in the rain. I said, why? Now you're wet. They said it was fun. They said it was freeing. They said, once you're wet, you don't need to worry about getting any wetter. They said they ran and they shook the trees. They said it was a beautiful night. They said, come with us, please. and I said no. I don't know why. I think I was looking at them soaking wet, and I just didn't want that to be me. But seriously, why not? What's a little bit of water gonna do to me? I don't know what made me think twice, an act of God or an act of vice, but something made me change my mind. I said, you know what, I'm in, and I stepped slowly through the doorway and into the night. I placed my bag on the ground by the pillar propping up the overhang, and I stepped slowly out from under the awning and into the rain. Drops of water gently kissed my forehead and my shoulders and my nose, and my hair slowly relaxed as it let the water in and hugged to my skin. I put my hands out to embrace it all. I felt the wind running through my fingers, forming an intricate fabric as it weaves between flesh and rain. This fabric is the fabric of life. This wind is the breath of life. This water is the sweat and tears of the earth itself. It is raw. It is emotion. It is, I am here in this moment. I laugh and I stretch my arms wider and wider, and I smile just as wide, and for the first time that night I cried and I run and jump and I whoop, and Arlo says, let's shake the trees, and we shake the trees. I'm not kidding. The four of us huddle around the trunk, each grabbing a branch with two hands and swinging back and forth, back and forth. We pitch the weight of our bodies against the weight of the world, and the world swings in our hands. The tree tremors and spills water on our heads, and I'm soaked, I'm drenched, I'm having fun, and I am free. And Onome, who tore her skirt, says, let's run through the field. I say yes. I take off my tivas and run to the edge of the grass and slowly move one foot, then the other from concrete to earth. I feel the grass and mud weave between my toes, not worried about stepping in shards of glass. I feel that the earth knows I am there. I feel at home. We race, we run, we spin, and we chase one another across the empty field, and we whoop and we sing, and rain pours from the heavens like love pours from me, and we say, this feels like something straight out of high school TV, and we scream and run in circles and chase and spin, and suddenly I find myself reciting verses and stanzas off the top of my head, and I swear no one thought I was weird. It felt like something straight out of the Dead Poets Society, except we were all very much alive and free. We shook the trees and kept shaking them, wanting, almost needing more water to fall from the sky to soak us through and through, because we could not get enough of this feeling of freedom. And I said, let's race again. And they said no. And I'm not sure what to do. They slowly begin to walk back to the school. I raise my arms in protest as they march up the stairs, wrapping their wet fingers around the dry handle of the door, and return to that all too comfortable indoors. It's times like these when I wonder what to do with myself. It's times like these when I wonder why I don't have more times like these. It's times like these when I am simultaneously overflowing with joy and drowning in dread, because maybe I will never have another time like this. And where am I going? Not literally, but like in life. The world is so weird, and it's so easy to march and march to the end of the world without looking back, and to march right off the edge. It takes bravery to break away, and it's times like these when I wonder just how brave I am.
Damn. They always manage to one-up themselves, don't they? Dracula. Keep writing like that and I'll be out of the job. Don't fucking test me. Now, I have for you a quaint propaganda piece for our very own high school lacrosse team.
There's a large sense of community and connection within the BHS lacrosse team. We are documenting to see how players on the team respond to how lacrosse impacts their life and what the community means to them.
Hi, I'm Manny Tolkoff, class of 26.
My name is Benji. I'm in the class of 26.
So my name is Alex Craven. I am a French teacher at the high school as well as the boys JV lacrosse coach.
My favorite part about our lacrosse team is how opening and welcoming it is. There's a spot for everybody on our team.
My favorite part of lacrosse is probably how we have a lot of fun during practice, even though we're still practicing, but we're having a lot of fun during it.
My favorite part of coaching is when you see the stuff that you do in practice come to fruition in a game without me, kind of yelling and telling athletes to do something. When you see an athlete use one of the skills you've been working on and they do it just with their own intuition, you know that they've grown and you know that they've gained a skill. That's my favorite part, to see an athlete be able to do a certain dodge or a shot or run a play on their own without me actually calling the play or being present. Just the natural ability that's acquired through the drills and the practice that we have.
I am center mid. I take face-offs and I also play attack.
I'm a wing midi right now. I think the community that is associated with lacrosse is very, very strong, and even with throughout the two teams, throughout JV and varsity, everybody's pretty close, and it's everybody has their teammates back, and I think it's really nice. There's just always someone to rely on.
I think we have a very close community. Everybody's friends. We have a space where we can joke around but get work done and work together as a team.
To me, lacrosse means a lot. I grew up with it, and as an adolescent and as a college student, it was the space I went to hang out with friends, to have a sense of community, to get a fix of competition. I played from when I was 12 until I was 22, so for 10 years as an athlete, it meant a lot going somewhere and sharing a space with people who had a common interest. So that meant a lot to me. As a coach, it still means a lot because I get to share a passion and a skill that I have. And as a teacher at BHS, I've been able to see students perform in the classroom and interact with them in an academic setting. But here I'm able to see students in an athletic setting, and it's nice to see that side of them where a student who might be a little quieter in class all of a sudden can just show up on the field and be a totally different person. So it means a lot to see the athletic side of the students at BHS.
I think we have a great coaching staff. We range from different types of coaches, but everyone is trying to help us and make us better. And yeah.
I think the coaching staff is really good. There's every coach is different and has their own style, but it's nice to have all those different perspectives when you're playing. I think it helps a lot.
I played Brookline Youth Lacrosse, and it really made me love the sport and learn a lot, and I felt like I could continue that in high school.
So lacrosse, it's my first year playing lacrosse, but I started playing because I didn't have a spring sport, and I thought lacrosse seemed like pretty interesting and fun. So yeah.
I chose to coach just because I love lacrosse so much, and I knew that I would not be able to continue to play professionally or even really wanted to play in a league where I might get hurt. In my mid-20s, I just started to run just to stay in shape. So I didn't want to play, but I wanted to stay involved with the game. So I continued to work at a sports camp over the summer and with off-season teams. Here at BHS specifically, I really wanted to engage with the community more than just in the classroom. So I saw that there was that JV position available and I signed up. So yeah, it was really for just a continuation of the sport that I love.
Now that we've all been a bit more hypnotized, it's almost time to say goodbye. But I've got one more thing for you, an out-of-towner from Malden. You know, come to think of it, they don't really know anyone around here. It would be a shame if they, say, happened to disappear and later turn up cold and lifeless, but I don't think anyone would really notice for at least a couple of days. Well, nevertheless, my beloved Fee, won't you take it away? Stun us until our hearts start beating again.
I'm the green car that sits on your street, never moves. You don't know me, I don't know you. Think about me as anything other than green. I'll cry just how he knows that 7s and 3s are way better than 5s. I don't know why. I don't know why. Underneath, getting under my nails that are still stained green. My hands are stained green. Hands stained green. My hands are stained green. Remember me with my hands stained green. I had all the memories I want to keep. So need to let me sleep as I look back at all of those photographs. So you want to stay to hear me finish my song. Hope I know how much it means to me. I know you've been supportive all along. That one just hit pretty close to home, and I'm scratching off a label and adhesive underneath, getting under my nails that are still stained green. Hands are stained green. Hands are stained green. My hands are stained green. Won't you remember me with my hands Don't fed the possums. They're wild animals. I don't care. You should treat them better. Go ahead and stare. They don't like you either. She's not like you, an overachiever, and you know, 'cause you're not that slow. And if no one cares to ask, they will never get it back. And the opossums took the trash. Soon they're gonna crash into you. And I'm not saying it's all you got, I'm just saying it's all you're showing. Not saying it's all you got, I'm just saying it's all you're showing. You're not looking so high, what's going on? You're not looking so high, what's going on? The opossums took the trash. They are never coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back. Soon they're gonna crash into you. I wanna write, but these words make no sense. The lyrics seem uncomfortable, or the notes weigh on my chest. I want it to feel lighter when I feel the satisfaction of creating something new that's mine. No one else is feeling like my words are all just plagiaristic, like everything has already been written. not true. Just hoping that's not true. Wishing that's not true. And I said, we should start a band, and right away you understand. You don't want it to be near to the part where we see clear. It could be fun while it lasts, and I don't want to grow up too fast. And then you smile, and I'm glad I asked. Hey, hey, hey. Moving with no purpose, just to be pushed back again. I love it, and I'll do it till I die. 'Cause when you step on my feet, and I feel alive, I feel the beat in my bones, and you can see it in my eyes, in my eyes, in my eyes, in my eyes. And I said, we should start a band, we could have more than just one plan. And you said, well, I don't know, what if it falls apart, we're broke? And you said, but we will see, it's not like we think it'll be easy. And in response, you can just smile and laugh at me. Hey, hey, hey. Fake body's feeling a bit too real. I don't know how to fix it. This fake body's feeling a bit too real. Don't know how to change it. This fake body's feeling a bit too real. And I said, we should start a band, we could have more than just one plan. And you said, I don't know, what if it falls apart, we're broke? But I said, but we will see, it's not like we think it'll be easy. And in response, you can just smile and laugh at me. Hey, hey, hey. And I said, we should start a band, and right away you understand. I don't want it to be near to the part where we see clear. It could be fun while it lasts, and I don't want to grow up too fast. And then you smile, and I'm glad I asked. Hey, 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 hey.
That really is one of my favorite mortals. Hopefully, we don't forget each other when we both get rich and famous. Well, now it really is that time again. Time to say our salutations once over. Sadly, every bat must learn to spread its wings and leave the cage. We'll see you again in this fall, but for now, I love you all with every rotten bone in my body and wish you a very happy, prideful summer. And promise not to stress too much. It'll give you a real sour taste.